Good afternoon, Haley Elementary. We made it through another week of school. Just wanted to give you a few updates. I'm gonna look at my notes, so sorry if I'm not looking right at the camera the whole time. But I have a few notes about some things that you'll need to know for the upcoming week. One, we'll be meeting with kindergarten through second grade on Monday for vertical articulation. We'll again be just getting input like we did with third through fifth grade regarding curriculum implementation and the impacts that I have as far as the shifts in small group instruction, and just to get your feedback on as you begin Unit 1. Also attached to the email this week, as well as on PowerSchool Learning, the LMS, I will put an updated professional learning calendar. We've adjusted some dates based on my calendar when I'm out of the building due to meetings downtown, as well as the changes in the district learning communities for the new curriculum rollout, those changes. Thank you to those teachers also that stepped up to volunteer and be their grade level support or input for each one of those groups and sessions. One of those dates is the first date is September 11th. That is for grades 3 through 5, and that is for all teachers, and that is through the LMS portal. I'm sure we'll be getting additional information regarding that here soon. Also, teachers, as you collaborate on your English Language Arts curriculum, make sure that you are completing the Teaching and Learning Cycle Squared protocol sheet that documents and provides evidence for you completing the teaching and learning cycle as you go through each of the units and culminate with the performance task. All of you should be able now to complete the teaching and learning cycle, beginning with analyzing your data from Unit 1, the PBTs or the final culminating PBTs of those units, and looking at that data to help guide your instruction going forward. We will give more support. I know we may not be there, but I just kind of wanted to remind you all of that's the expectation, and Brian and I will provide support to help guide teams that are still kind of struggling and give you guys suggestions on how to get through that entire cycle. Please don't forget that Math Weekly plans should be uploaded to the LMS once you get those completed for Unit 2. I know most grade levels are starting to complete Unit 1 and moving into Unit 2 at this point. I will put updated links on there and just reminders for that. With that being said, make sure that you're getting on the learning management system, especially checking out my page. In addition to, I'm sure you're accessing the curriculum on those pages. But eventually, what we want to do is start to guide teachers on to how can we implement this into your classroom instructions, making integrating technology as a tool easier for you and your students. Let's see here. Today, we had professional learning for the assistants, where we started to dive into trauma-informed care. I want to remind everyone that as we start this venture looking at learning more about our students' trauma as well as adverse childhood reactions or interactions, that in no way does that mean that the code of conduct is eliminated. There are still consequences and there are still corrective responses. However, what our hope is that through building better relationships and understanding the trauma that our students come to school with, that we will have to use those consequences and corrective responses less. Lastly, I'm going to also attach, well, not lastly, but just on this post-it note, sorry, I'm going to attach the ELA in math look-fors that Natalie and I will be using in conjunction with the system of support, as well as just help guiding conversations with you all to help strengthen and improve your instruction in your classrooms. I'm going to attach those to this email, and that is an additional resource from the curriculum department to identify what are those strategies that we will be looking for when we come into classrooms to see effective implementation of the curriculum in both language arts and math. The last attachment that you'll have on the email is a letter from me that you can send home with progress reports next week, and it's just outlining that there have been shifts in the English language arts curriculum, and therefore parents may not have as many grades or assessments that they are that they typically see in Pinnacle. And as we begin to roll out this curriculum more in depth, that there will be opportunities to see more grades as well as assess students' learning. Lastly, I want to remind assistants, classified staff, as well as certified staff to please make sure that you're contacting either Natalie Fowler for the classified staff and assistants, and teachers, please make sure that you're notifying us with any absence. Please don't leave messages on the voicemail because we don't get those until we come in, and it's very unlikely that we will get a substitute at that time. Other than that, I believe those are all the messages that I had for you this week. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you again on Monday. Take care. Oh, one last thing that was important. I just wanted to truly thank everyone who wore navy blue today. It was really it meant a lot to me, and meant a lot to, I'm sure, us as a staff to just remember Deb again. When you come in the office, check out the little sign above her window that says Deb's window as just a small reminder of Deb's awesome impact that she had on the Haley community. Thank you.